Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I am doing the weekly reading for the collective. I'm putting some prosperity dust here on the table. Remember that when you catch this, it's for the coming week for you. And let's see, I think I'm going to make this a little shorter today. My time management hasn't been great lately. So, but it's fine. Shorter readings are good. I'm going to start with a couple of angel cards. We've got authenticity. Angel with a big heart. Arms out. Heart glowing. Is that what it's doing? Kind of, yeah. Release. We've got an angel in front of a school bus. This could be where by being more authentic, leaning into your true self is releasing you from some kind of perceived obligations, or you've overcome something where you felt you had to be not yourself, and yeah, feeling good about yourself. Let me go to the wisdom of the oracle. Time to go. 45. Between worlds. 3. That's interesting. Peace. 23. Wow. All right. Yeah, it's so interesting because with time to go, she's at the kind of beginning of the journey, and way off in the distance is a door, and then we have between worlds, and it's like, but the between worlds speaks to that journey that you is making to get to that door. It's like, it's time to release, it's time to go, but you have to get on the bus and take you where the next step, the next phase, the next journey is, the door. On the other side of that door is peace. That's the other thing too, is it's kind of hazy here, and this flamingo is going from this kind of hazy, cloudy gray into the bright light. So on the other side of this door, it's bright, it's sunny. That's where you're going to find your peace, your happiness. I feel like inner peace is so underrated. It's like when we feel at peace, I feel it's like, finish that thought. When we feel at peace, it's like everything is just, it's good. It falls into place. It's or it has fallen into place. It's like, it doesn't matter what is going on. We're okay. We're okay with ourselves. We're okay with where we're at. We're okay with what's going on around us. And even if it's not our favorite, we know this too shall pass. It's all good. And I feel like this is connected to this authenticity, because it takes a lot of effort and energy to be not you, to be different, to try to be different than you are. I was just listening to a thing last night by Alan Watts, where he was talking about, like, there's no need to be any different than you are, and yet we are we're programmed, we're trained to try to improve ourselves, to be more and better and different and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he makes all these examples. You look at nature, you look at the flower blooming, you look at the tree, you look at the this, the that. Like, nothing is trying to be anything different than it is. It's just there, and it will be there until it's not. And there's, you know, anyway, moving on. This looks good though. I love that these are all upright. I love this is moving towards peace. Maybe you have already gotten to this place. This could have already happened, or it's something you're working toward. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Heart's Hidden Secrets. Conflicted, decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. Conflicted about going, conflicted about releasing yourself. At least you have been. Spying, social network, information, and ways. Always cracks me up. Ways. It's like, maybe you felt conflicted about leaving a situation, but then finally left. And maybe you are leaving behind. You could be taking like a social media cleanse, taking a break from social media, from the social. It's like that's a part of this piece, is like separating yourself. But it can also be where as you walk away, someone else is watching you. There's some kind of spying that's happening here. Maybe someone has walked away and you're the one left spying, left out, wondering what someone is doing. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, let's just keep going. Going with this one, Osho Zen Tarot. I forgot to turn my fan on, so it's a little warm. Okay, we've got the Miser. 4 of Rainbows. That came up the last time I used this deck. Existence. That's the Magician. That is Virgo and Gemini energy. And the Creator, said in Marvin the Martian's voice. King of Fire. There's okay, so this speaks to the release. Holding on so tightly. You know, and it's you know, created this crusty, very crusty wall, like hidden away. No, this is mine. It's like hanging on to something so tight, like changed you. It makes me think of, I'm not going to think of his name, but in Lord of the Rings, the king who was corrupted by Wormtongue, is that his name? Anyway, the king, he was all decrepit and weird, and you know, he was under the influence of something, of someone, and then once he came out of that, you know, it was like he was released, and then he, you know, he came back into himself. And And so I feel like there's this shedding, stripping away, letting go, releasing. She's little naked being here, just her in the cosmos. It's like you let it all go, and you're just, this is a part of the piece, and just feeling like, okay, who am I? Who am I in relation to the, you know, I was gonna say the world, but the, you know, the universe. This, it's like it's almost like an existential crisis, but there's no crisis here. The crisis was back here when you were hanging on so tightly, and now you're like, okay, I'm letting it all go. Maybe, well, I was gonna say maybe it was taken away from you, but you're getting into this very zen place of just like, well, it is what it is, and there, it's like you're taking your power back. We've got very strong will. We've got the ability and desire to take action. We've got a lot of inspiration here. Manifesting what you want. It's like your existence is, that is the treasure. You were hanging on to something external, or something, I don't know, something that you perceived could be status or stuff, or, you know, people, a specific person. But then once you let that go, you're like, oh, it's like your power is growing. You're growing your power because his hands are around this ball of light. You figured out your hell yes, and you're like, I'm going after it. That, and your hell yes has to do with peace, has to do with being authentic. Okay, so I'm going to get some cards from the wisdom of the House of Night. Here comes Charlie. Oh, laying on the table. Okay, we will work with that. Cycles 37. Yeah, there's a cycle that's closing out, and a new one that's beginning, because the Magician is number 1. There's something, it's like a whole new you. Lust 24. Oh. Someone lusting after you as you are stepping into your power. You're very focused. Your back is turned. Both of these, her back is turned, her back is turned. It's like you're leaving something behind. And choices. We've got choices again. 46. Decisions, choices. So I don't think you're conflicted. I think someone else is conflicted. If you're not to that place of peace yet, you could have a certain direction you're going in. Because, okay, so this guy's wings, we have the white wing and the dark wing, blackish. And there's a bird in the distance flying. You know, we've got balance here. We've got the light and the shadow. We've got the, like, gaining some kind of freedom by releasing, right? And I feel like this cycle of lust is closing out, and maybe that was a part. So yeah, we have multiple choices. There's some kind of choice point here, and it's like whatever you were lusting over, you're releasing. Or somebody is lusting after you as you release and move in a new direction. You're gaining your freedom somehow, even if that's just a state of mind. I want some cards from the numerology deck. I just saw 1444 on the timer. Gonna have to make this short again today. Love partnership. 26. This came up the last time I used this deck. Very interesting. Let's see. Relationship change. 56. Okay. Perseverance. Number 4. There's a relationship relationship change that, okay, so there could be someone new coming in with this relationship change. It could be releasing, like there was a love partnership and releasing that, letting it go, and just focusing on yourself. Maybe you have multiple choices. Maybe you were in a relationship and you're like, and then you meet someone new and you're like, oh, this changes the whole, like, this changes everything. I want that. And it's like, I think you're contemplating, like, okay, am I just doing this because I'm in a mentality of the grass is greener on the other side? Or is this something that is, whatever your choices are, you're really considering, you're really looking at all the different sides. And this perseverance, you're being very deliberate about the choices you make. Okay. And then, so there's another thing here where there could be somebody who is spying on you and lusting after you that is going through their own relationship change because you have caught their attention, and maybe they're like, ooh, that, like somehow you're upping the ante for someone else, possibly without even realizing it. But you're coming into some kind of love partnership, I feel. Whatever that looks like. I think you're being cautious. I think you're being very, you're making sure how do I say it? You're making sure you're very clear on what you want. You're also being very authentic. Just showing up exactly as you are. Maybe this is a part of the relationship change. Maybe, you have a habit of hiding parts of yourself that you deem are not great. And now you're like, here I am. Light and shadow. I'm all the things. Which tells me that you're getting to a place of self-acceptance. For spirits, we've got raccoon spirit, potential, delve into the unknown, for it is through uncertainty that you often uncover your true gifts. And that's a part of this. Time to go in between worlds. There is a lot of uncertainty here. What's on the other side of the door? I don't know, but I know I gotta, where I'm at isn't good. It's not enough, or it's whatever is going on here. If you're walking away from someone who is hot and cold with you, you're like, well, I know I deserve better. I don't know what else is there, but I'm not staying here. So anyway, you're delving into the unknown. You're moving forward. It's part of the cycles. Skunk spirit, distinction. Flaunt what makes you unique so that you can stand out and leave a lasting impression. Yeah, see, you are... That's a part of this existence. That's a part of owning your authenticity, is you're like, well, okay, who am I? What does make me unique? I'm going to really lean into that. You're becoming a very dynamic presence. You have a lot of energy. You're standing out and leaving a lasting impression on someone, or maybe a lot of people. Full moon. Release. We've got release again. In the moment of completion and illumination, release what no longer serves you. Time to go. Release. We just had a full moon. Anyway. Yeah. Yep. This is very much just focusing on you. It's all coming back to you. I love that. Okay, I need to finish. I do. That's what I want. That's what nope. Okay. Let me get a chakra card. I gotta go and make breakfast for the boy before we start our day. All right. Heart chakra, ease and grace, which really aligns with this peace energy. Love is the gentle, powerful presence that radiates through me when I quieten and deepen. It is safe for me to be gentle and graceful. I follow my heart's desire and take the path of least resistance. And yeah, like you are very much following your heart's desire. You're taking action based on what it is that you truly want. It is easy for me to be gentle and graceful when I connect to the rhythms of the earth and the universe. That makes me think of cycles. You're getting in, it's like, I talked about in the beginning about what Alan Watts said about like looking at nature. And it's like you're looking to nature to help remind you of the fact that who you are, just as you are, is exactly who you need to be. Like there's no other you, so why try and be other than you? You were made this way for a reason. You are who you are for a reason. Anyway, I flow gently and easily. Yeah, I said it, you're getting into this very zen state of mind. And your heart is opening, and you're growing your personal power. You're embracing the unknown, which implies that you are trusting. You're leaning into your faith. You're understanding that you're being led in the correct direction. You're going where you need to go, even if you don't know where that is exactly. You're like, well, I just start moving forward, and then and as you go, it's like you're releasing a burden, a heavy burden that you didn't even know you were carrying. And you're just, oh yeah, and connecting to the rhythms of the earth and the universe. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. That's really good. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.